Hello, this is Big Case 2. We are team number 37.
Hello,
My name is Mason Grustick. 2.
I'm
we are
Emily
team
Stone.
number 37. My name is Mason Grustick.
I'm Emily Stone.
I'm Michelle Horseman.
This is Logistics and Marketing working in Unison. As you can see, we have
Logistics
two
and
boxes
Marketing working in Unison.
One's from
As you
Fanatics,
can
one's
see,
from
we
J.Crew.
have
Two boxes.
This is something that was ordered offline.
One from J.Crew.
The company has their logo on the
This
box.
is something that was ordered offline.
The company has their logo on the box as a way to market themselves.
Because they created that specifically.
The box serves as logistics because they created that
This
specifically.
is an example of logistics cost reduction. This is a screenshot of a project in Excel that I worked on at an internship. It's a consolidation project where we tried to take any truckload shipments for one of our certain clients and transfer them to LTL because LTL shipments tend to be cheaper, which would reduce logistics costs specifically. Basically, it's just seeing, which lanes have a cheaper LTL cost than if it were to go truckload. This is an example of customer service. This is at the 3PL OHL at my other internship. This is the Customer Resource Center, and it's really good because good customer service increases sales, which is the ultimate goal, but it also helps our customers. And they work with our customers and the carriers that we use just to communicate and track our freight and any questions that the customers might have.
This is showing a stock out that I found in Target. As you can see, the Bailey's Irish Cream is completely out of stock in this picture. This can hurt the store because we end up going to another store to buy the product and Target end up missing out on that sale.
Foreign postponement is a business strategy that maximizes possible benefit and minimizes risk by delaying further investment into a product or service until the last possible moment. Our example of foreign postponement is customized monogram vinyl decal. This monogram decal gets made once the customer purchases the item and the customer gets the monogram information to the seller. Once this is done, the decal is made and shipped to the buyer.
Next, we have time postponement. So time postponement is when you wait to ship out any products that you have so until you know where they're going. So this example here is just a bunch of freight sitting in a distribution center. It was picked and packed based off of the packing list and then wrapped, and then now it's just sitting in the staging area waiting to be labeled so that the workers know which dock to put it on, and then it will ship out to whatever region it's going to. Next, we have vendor managed inventory, or VMI. So this is an example using a Fastenal machine at a plastics manufacturing company, Ravago Manufacturing Americas. So we use Fastenal for basically any small maintenance or operations products, such as like scissors or gloves or zip ties, anything like that. And the workers can come in and they have like an employee code, and they type it into, it's kind of like a dispenser, like a vending machine, and then the product comes out, and then it can keep track of the inventory levels, and then the Fastenal workers will come in like every few days and put new product in the machine and take care of any problems that we're having.
Complementary items are products with a negative cross elasticity of demand. Our example of complementary items is razor blades and razors. These are complementary items because these products are normally bought together and are right next to each other at the store for the convenience of the shoppers.
This is where reverse logistics takes place. It is the guest services at Target. People come here to return unwanted or broken items that they purchased from the store. They either get a refund or they get a replacement. It's reverse logistics because those products are going back into the system.
So primary packaging is like the first original package that the actual item is touching. So the first example we have here on the left is an individual packaging of large prints, so like posters or something will go in those tubes, and then those tubes will go in the box, and the box would be like the secondary packaging, which we'll talk about in a second. And then the second example is the inside covering, so like kind of the tarp bag type thing that goes, that the nylon plastic pellets go in to prevent from any water damage or any moisturizer, any moisture going out of spec. And then that goes in the Gaylord box, which is the secondary packaging. So this is the first example that we talked about in the last slide. So this is the outside box of the large print. So all those smaller tubes that we saw are in this box, and so this secondary packaging is basically used just to protect whatever's in there. And the second example is that's the actual box that is holding the nylon pellets, and then the bag is in there as well, so the box is just the outermost packaging. Material handling equipment. This is anything, any sort of machinery that moves around materials or products through the warehouse or wherever it is. The example here we use is forklifts, so they pick up anything that's on a pallet or anything that's really heavy, and they can move it around the plant and take like the raw materials from the receiving dock to the shelves or anything like that.
These are examples of seasonal stock. The Christmas trees, something you wouldn't really see in the middle of August or July. You know, they're only out one time of the year, as in the Christmas season, so that's why they are seasonal stock. The turkey is something that would be a dead stock, especially around now after Thanksgiving. Nobody really gets turkey once Thanksgiving's kind of over, so the store marks them down to get rid of them because nobody wants them.
Raw material inventory. So raw materials is basically anything that is received and that's not been produced into anything else that you will take through a production process to create a finished good. The first example is a PPG bag. PPG just has, for the plastic manufacturing plant that we're talking about, has like fibers in it that go through the production process that go into the finished plastic pellets. Second, at a different plastics manufacturing plant, they actually use old carpet, and so they recycle it and break it down and take out the fiberglass out of it, and then those fibers will go through the production process with other materials and be created into plastic pellets. Work in process inventory is any inventory that's between the raw material and finished goods steps. So the example here is the production lines at Ravago. The plastic that's on the extruders in those lines would be considered work in process inventory because it has been produced, but it's not quite finished yet.
Finished good inventory is the products in a manufacturer's inventory that are completed and are waiting to be sold. Our example is of a vinyl decal business. These decals have already been made and are waiting for a customer to purchase these items. Once a customer purchases one of these items, the decal is ready to be shipped to the buyer.
So maintenance, repair, and operations, or MRO inventory, basically any kind of inventory used to maintain upkeep of machinery in the warehouse. So these are repair and maintenance tools on each production line that we have, and the workers are able to use them to make sure everything is running smoothly, just like wrenches and hammers and screws and whatever kind of things they need.
Just-in-time inventory is strategies companies employ to increase efficiency and decrease waste by receiving goods only as they are needed in the production process, thereby reducing inventory costs. Our example for just-in-time inventory is flowers, because the flowers are perishable and stores cannot have a lot of flowers on the shelf before they go bad. So stores order flowers as they need them.
And finally, we have private fleet. This is an example of Target's private trucking. They're using their own trucks to transport their products around to all their facilities. This can save them money in the long run, and because they don't have to pay another company to do their transportation, and they can ensure that their products are being handled how they need to be.
Thank you for watching. This was Team 37's Big Case 2.